When was the last time you have been somewhere haunted? Did you have an encounter there? There are tons of haunted locations all around. Find out where and prepare yourselves for the experiences others have had. Make sure the lights are off and join us for Haunted Locations in 60 minutes.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Haunted Locations in 60 minutes with Diana, Miss Diana Henry over there, and I am Nick Sarlo from Shadow Hunters Paranormal Investigation and Events. Sorry about last week, guys. We some of us were having some internet problems, so we could not log on. We couldn't do anything, but we saved a very good episode for you.
We did indeed.
We have a very good location tonight. But before we get to that, how you been, Diana?
I've been good.
Are you ready for this weekend?
Oh, yeah. So here's a question.
Yes.
The bed and breakfast that we're staying at.
I know what you're going to ask. And yes.
Church.
And guess what? It's haunted.
Oh, you think? It's going to be a weekend. We're not going to be able to,
It's definitely going to be exciting. And what's really cool, too, is Patty Negri and Patty are in our same place, too. The same B&B as we're at, too.
Nice. Hey, Courtney.
Courtney. But yeah, we're this weekend, for those that don't know, you may know, it is Spirits in the Spring in Broadhead, Wisconsin, at Broadhead Manor. We were really excited to be there, and we were really excited to get this event going and get it out of the way. It's been about 9 months of planning this thing, and it's finally here. If you guys want to go, tickets are $10 in then non-perishable food items to bring in. If you don't bring non-perishable food items in, then it is $20. So yeah, we are super excited for this weekend. It's going to be a very tiring weekend. So forgive us for next Wednesday's show if we're like that. So Diana, would you like to tell them where we are headed to tonight?
We will be discussing the Villisca Axe Murder House.
This place is crazy. And from what I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, it is still an unsolved mystery to this day.
It is. It is still unsolved. Yep.
Nobody really knows how anything happened. Where or like they did say they did find the murder weapon though, right? They did find the axe.
Okay.
The axe now, obviously, you can't see or anything like that.
It's in evidence.
Yes, it would definitely be in an evidence locker somewhere. So why don't you explain a little bit about Villisca, where it is, and then we'll get to the good stuff.
Villisca is like on the western side of this. Look at me. That way. It's that way, Yeah. It's on the western side, like southwestern corner of Iowa. It's a very little, it's like, your typical small little town. See here. It's it's in the town of Villisca. Let me go back to the other part. I have so many things up for these guys. So, sorry, I've got a slow phone today, guys.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. It's just the whole. It's crazy. Okay, so Villisca. Okay, it's in a city. The Villisca is a city in Montgomery County, Iowa. Open. It's got, the population is like 1,132 people. At like in 2020, it's most notable for like we're saying, the axe murder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't think anybody wants to know I can tell you a whole bunch of numbers. No, sorry. I have too much ADHD to go through that. So I'm really sorry. So, it's like housing units. Yeah. Let's see. 525 households.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking small town, very small town.
Yes.
Medium age is 42.
Yeah, it was a very small town.
Yeah.
And so pretty much the Villisca Axe Murder House in Iowa is a house where 2 adults and 6 children were slayed on June 10th, 1912. June 9th?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be June 9th because it was the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on June 9th, 1912, there were a total of 8 murders. These murders, it was 2 adults and 6 children. This is very sad with the children. The adults, Joe and Sarah. Then they had Herman, who was 11 years old, Catherine, who was 10 years old, Boyd, who was 7 years old, Paul, who was 5, Lena, who was 12, and Ina, who was 8 years old.
And those 2 were visitors of the Moore family.
Yep, they were sleeping over. They were having like a sleepover upstairs. Yeah, Courtney, 8 people total. And so pretty much how some of it kind of got started is they're saying sometime around midnight between Sunday, June 9th, like Diana just said, and Monday, June 10th, 1912, a person or persons entered a modest house in Villisca, Iowa, and killed
all 8 of them. Yeah.
And like I said, this included 2 adults, 6 children, ages 5 through 12. The killings became known as the Villisca Axe Murders and are easily the most notorious murders in Iowa today. Hey, Jenny. And I would love. We've never been to this place. I mean, we know a lot of people that have been, but this is definitely on our bucket list now to go.
Oh heck yeah!
We would definitely love to go. And according to, from what I read, it says the murder has spawned nearly 10 years of investigations, repeated grand jury hearings, a spectacular slander suit and murder trial, and numerous minor legations and trials. The horrific crimes made and broke political careers. And like Diana and I said from the beginning, this case is still unsolved.
Yes.
Which at that time creeps me out.
Especially what the family was doing before that night before. Now the family that night had gone to church for Children's Day.
Yep.
Right? And that's wonderful. They all went to church. They spent a wonderful time. Well, they went home, and of course, it happened. They actually put one of the main suspects they had was the Reverend
Yes.
George Kelly. He was a traveling minister in that area, and was described as peculiar, having suffered a mental breakdown.
That must be some big mental breakdown. That's a little much.
Yeah, he would go around peeping into windows, several times asking women and girls to pose nude for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And like Jenny Davis said, there's also another place in Iowa called Melvern Manor. There may be a connection from this haunted location to the Villisca Axe Murder
Wow.
location. I've heard of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Some say the Reverend, I guess you could say, live. I guess I don't know if he lived or he was visiting Melvern Manor, and then he went on a train back to Villisca, or he took the train from Villisca to Melvern Manor. There's like there's many different stories with it.
Mm-hmm.
The show Destination Fear, they did a thing on Villisca Axe Murder House and Melvern Manor at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta watch that one again.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else. So yeah, like you were saying, the night before the murders, on Sunday evening, June 9th, Joe Moore and his wife Sarah took their 4 children, Herman, Catherine, Boyd, and 5-year-old Paul, to the Children's Day service at the church, as you were saying. Accompanying them were Lena and Ina. They were neighbors who asked their parents permission to stay overnight with the Moore children. The Children's Day service was an end of the year Sunday school program. Sarah Moore was a co director, and her children performed their little speeches and wait, I can't even read my own writing.
Yeah.
um, director and her children performed their little speeches, and it was kind of like a recital along with the other Sunday school members. The service ended with a social mingling that lasted until at least 9:30 p.m. when everybody left on that cloudy, damp, and cool night. No one suspected that neither the Moores nor their overnight guests would be seen alive again. That's oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Courtney says that it was so disturbing it took the sinking of the Titanic off the front newspaper,
It
which
did.
happened only 2 before.
Yeah. Yeah, 1912. Yeah.
Holy smokes. Yeah. And then there was also Frank F. Jones was a suspect as well. And he just happened to be Villisca resident and an Iowa state senator.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he came in with the when you said the political careers. Big
Yeah.
mover.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like so it's like Moore was rumored, the family, Joshua Moore, was rumored to have had a sexual affair with Jones's daughter-in-law.
Okay.
Now there's no evidence of this.
No.
But when something big happens, everybody's got to put their little,
Yeah,
we know.
that's the thing.
Kinda
As
thing
soon
on it.
as something happens, they always
The roaches come out and add
right.
their extras.
They speculate so much other stuff, but nobody actually knows. Like Corby
Mm-mm.
says, it's there's
Yeah.
a cover up and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's like then there's
Yep,
now they're
Harley the
saying
priest was a suspect. Correct.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was. He had a kind of thing for showing himself or wanting. He did go ahead and what was this in? One. Okay, never mind. I mistaken. So the senator is actually have said, it said that he hired William Mansfield to go ahead and actually commit the murders. Because like 9 months before the murders, a similar case to the axe murder happened in Colorado Springs.
Mm-hmm.
2 axe murder cases were followed in Ellsworth, Kansas, and I'm not even going to figure Paola Kansas. The cases were similar enough to raise the possibility of having been committed by the same person. Other murders reported that as possibly linked to these crimes along the Southern Pacific Railroad. Yeah, the unsolved Axe murders, as well as several others. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. This is still one of the weirdest stories, and I would still love to go, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
So
some
many
other
like
thing.
tentacles come off of it.
Oh, yeah. Some other thing that I read too, it says sometime after midnight, the killer or killers picked up Joe's axe from the backyard, entered the house, and killed them all to death. All 8 of its occupants with the axe. Then it says by 7:30 in the morning on June 10th, Mary Peckham, I guess she was an elderly neighbor to the west of them, became concerned that the Moore house seemed quiet and deserted. What I mean, I'm sure these people would, get up early in the morning. They had kids and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I would be kind of concerned too. Um, she called Joe's brother Ross, a local druggist, back then, drugstore, who arrived about 8 a.m. to look around. His cautious inspection of the downstairs revealed 2 fingers covered with a sheet in the back bedroom, or 2 figures. Not, I'm sorry, 2 figures covered in a sheet in the back bedroom, and he also saw blood on the bedstead. Um, Ross stepped back and away from the crime scene and called Joe's hardware store, telling employees Ed and Sally to fetch Marshall Henry Hank Horton because something terrible had happened. Obviously, I'm sure we can guess what happened. Hank arrived about 8:30 in the morning and went through the house and found, as he told Ross when he came out, somebody murdered in every bed. Like, what kind of like, who does that? Like, can you imagine walking in a house and there's kids and adults murdered in every single bed? Like, I don't know if I would be able to get that picture out of my mind.
No. Who is it that said that there was a? Oh, there's an EVP, Jenny Davis. I guess she has an EVP.
Let me see if I can get this.
Yeah. It's the first time that she broke all the original windows on one side of the house as they were waiting outside for Johnny. We caught up to the most scariest and creepy EVP I have ever heard. That would be interesting.
Oh my god, I just heard it. You hear kids screaming. Wait. Let me see if I can blow this up. Let's see. All right, we're going to try to get this EVP real quick for you guys. It's kind of hard to hear, but...
Let me get closer so everybody can see my forehead.
Let's see. Present, share screen. Okay. Let me know when you guys see this. I think it says...
Okay, there we go.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Can you guys hear that scream?
Yeah, loud and clear. Play it again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Holy crap. What did she say at the very beginning?
I don't know. It's like...
Right? Wow, that.
That's
Jenny, yeah, you're right.
yeah.
I mean, I've got goose pimples everywhere.
Yeah, you can
Holy
hear
moly.
there's a male at the end too, and then a boom boom. I mean, but you wonder if any of those kids saw him come in
Oh
and
my
saw
God.
what was about to be next, or I guess you could say, since because a lot of people think that it was one person, but I don't know how one person can get away with that without anybody else hearing,
Yeah, right? Because,
unless
I
there had
mean,
to been two people in that house
if you're
or three.
killing somebody with an axe, it's not quiet,
No, not at all.
you know?
It had to be
And
loud.
I mean, the screams would, yeah.
Do you remember
Oh
reading,
man.
Diana? Did it say anything if they were tied up in the bed beforehand?
Oh, let me look.
'Cause that would be the only thing that I would get from, like, they couldn't move, like, they were tied to the bed.
It says, try to open the door, pick up, call out for the two, knock on the door, rustle, knock the door, the key. What?
That's the only thing that I can think of.
Again, the murder weapon and axe belonged to Des was found in the guest room where the Stillinger sisters were.
Mm.
It doesn't mention if they were tied up.
But then that's my thing is, how would you not hear? How would
Yeah.
the parents upstairs or wherever not hear?
Okay.
Mm.
It's just like after the murderer returned to the master bedroom to inflict more blows on the elder Moors, knocking over a shoe that had been filled with blood before moving downstairs to the guest bedroom and killing Ina and Lena. Seemingly afterwards, a 4-pound slab of bacon was taken out of the icebox and laid next to the axe.
Yep.
Why would anybody want to even do that? I'd be like, oh. Well, of course, that's the thing though with psychopaths and sociopaths. They don't think like us.
No, not at
It's
all.
just like, oh well, this is what we're gonna do because this is perfectly normal.
Right.
And no, you can't take an axe and bury it into somebody's head. That's not normal.
No,
No. So, oh
not
my
at
god.
all. And then, like Jenny said, the murderer, after he did all that, he went through the whole entire house and covered all the mirrors.
Yeah, yeah. They did go ahead and also, whoever had done it had gone ahead and hung bedclothes and skirts and aprons
Mhm.
so nobody could peek in the house
Right,
and see what was going on.
right. See, that's weird too. I'm surprised that they. How did nobody hear?
Yeah,
It
right.
was
How did? Yeah,
it wasn't quiet. There's no possible way. That's what I mean. Something's not clicking. Something's not right.
yeah.
Um, let's see what else. And then
Yeah.
here too, it says the murderer had also searched dresser drawers for pieces of clothing, to cover the mirrors of the house of the glass and the glass of the entry doors. On the kitchen table was a plate of uneaten food and a bowl of bloody water. Ugh. All the victims were found in their beds, their heads covered with bedcloths, and had their
Mhm.
skulls battered 20 to 30 times with a blunt end of an axe. Um, the ceiling in the parents' bedroom and the children's room upstairs showed gouge marks apparently made by the upswing of the axe. Through Lena's nightgown, though Lena's nightgown had been pushed up and she'd been left exposed, doctors concluded she had not been sexually abused. Lena had also a blood stain on her knee and an alleged defense wound on her arm.
Yeah.
So,
So there again, there was screaming.
yeah. So it sounds like they were up. But that's but then how did the other people not hear it? Unless they killed them first and they were the last ones.
Yeah, because it looked like the last two that were killed were the neighbors.
Mm-hmm. So maybe,
So
can you imagine? Like, the other people were killed, and then they were the final two, and they're screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" and then nobody's coming down.
yeah,
That's what it sounds like.
oh yeah. Also, who's Mansfield? Mansfield. William Mansfield, who
Yep.
was the one that was supposed to have been hired by the senator, was is suspected to be a cocaine addict.
Okay.
So that would explain the lack of thought process,
Mm-hmm.
But they had gone from room to room,
Right.
And yeah, it doesn't make sense to me either. It doesn't. It's the whole, I'd want to go in and like look at blood splatter, look
Right.
at,
I mean, like, something's not mixing.
something's not clicking. Yeah. Okay,
Don't worry, guys. We have a ton more. We still haven't even gone over the paranormal evidence that people have captured.
Yeah. If any, Nick, can people send stuff to you? Well, yeah, they just did. So
Yeah,
if you guys have anything,
if you guys see
share
anything
it.
or that have been there or anything like that, if you want a picture for us to show, we'll definitely show the picture. Yeah, Carly, we definitely have to go there and investigate.
Pre-planned it, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Greg has been there before. Greg and Michael and Kathy on the team, they've been to there. They said nothing really happened except for this one thing I'll explain to you guys soon.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's almost ready for that.
I know.
I can't believe it's already been 27 minutes. It's like,
I know, like,
wait a minute.
We still have a lot more to cover. There's a lot of stuff that we found.
This is insane.
Yeah.
Carly says that it's like normally a crime of passion, and that would fit with the Mr. Moore having an affair with whose was it? With the senator's daughter-in-law.
You know what the story kind of reminds me of? Lizzie Borden. Nobody knows what happened there either.
Yeah, like why?
It was actually Lizzie, and they don't know if it was somebody else in the house.
Yeah. Do you ever wonder though if they were drugged somehow?
They could have been.
It's like they went and they were all at this party and this, that, and the other, or the event. Something.
But I was reading too about that. It said everybody had cookies and milk at that event. But why? How come it didn't happen to anybody else, and only those people?
Like it's there, pre-planned.
That could be.
And if they were drugged, they went home and slept it off.
But they woke up.
Yeah.
Unlike the Moors.
That's a big difference. That is a big difference. Yes, indeed.
All right, guys, it is 7:30. We're going to take our small little break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about some more stuff that happened at the Villisca Axe Murder House, and then we are going to discuss the paranormal evidence that has been found inside. Join us when we come back.
If you're a fan of the paranormal world, then you'll love WLTK-DB Talk Radio. Talk shows bringing you the latest on everything paranormal, cryptozoological, metaphysical, true crime, psychic readings, and more. The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio. At WLTK-DB WLTK-DB.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to WLTK-B, The Talk, Paranormal Radio. I'm with Diane.
You still have a problem saying that. It's like there's a block in your tongue. Blah, blah.
WLTK-DB, The Talk.
There you go.
Jesus. We're back. We're talking about the Villisca Axe Murder House, which is one of the craziest murders in that time frame. I mean, this murder, like Diana was saying, hit the papers and took the Titanic right off the papers, right off the headline. And then Jenny, while we were on break, Jenny actually sent me a couple pictures of the Villisca Axe Murder House. So
that's you taken. That was from their night.
Yeah, I will. I'll go ahead and I'll show that Jenny soon. Now, something that I did see and I wanted to talk about. There is a suspect that we've been talking about is the Reverend, and they actually show his picture, and his picture is creepy as shit. They talk about like it just the way he looks at the picture. It looks at you during the picture. Let me see if I can pull that picture up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Something that I also, while you're pulling that up, something that I also kind of found while we were on break was that the guy who was hired, the William Mansfield, he was at, because there was a whole bunch like along that train line that we were talking about before of these axe murderers. This Wilkins was at every crime scene. They can prove that he was at these signs. Yeah. It's like a Wilkerson believed was strong evidence that the man was Mansfield, whose fingerprints were on file already, and that he could prove that Mansfield was present in each of the differing crime scenes on the night of the murders.
Oh, wow.
So that was William come on. Mansfield. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I talk on the phone all day. Sometimes I'm like, on
a picture.
Can you get it?
I'm trying to blow it up, but it won't work. There we go. This will work. So this is the creepy picture of the suspected murderer. Let's see if I can get it up.
Is this the Reverend or?
Yep, the Reverend.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, he was a creepy guy too. Ooh.
Look at that picture.
Ooh, he looks familiar. Why does he look so familiar?
I'm sure he's dead by now, but
yeah, I didn't date him, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, he does look pretty creepy.
Yeah, like he almost looks like an actor that's popular nowadays. I don't know.
But yeah, he definitely does look familiar.
Yeah. Now they had. Let me see if I can get this picture sent over to you. Let's see if I can.
Now, while we're doing that, I'm going to show.
And send this to Nicholas.
So the picture, I mean, the house still looks creepy as ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, while you're doing that, I'll explain a little bit more about the Reverend.
Okay.
It says, at 5:19 in the morning, following the murders, the Reverend Lynn George Jacqueline Kelly left Villisca on board the westbound number 5 train and allegedly told fellow travelers there were 8 dead souls back in Villisca, Iowa. butchered in their beds while they slept, he said, even though the bodies had not yet been discovered. Okay, why are you telling people that? That explains
Yes,
it right there.
right?
Kelly had arrived in Villisca for the first time that Sunday morning of the murders and attended a Sunday school performance by the Stingler girls before departing early Monday. He returned 2 weeks later and, posing as a detective, joined a tour of the murder house with a group of investigators. This guy was sick. Authorities first became interested in Reverend Kelly a few weeks after the murders, after being alerted by recipients of his rambling letters. Um, okay, they do have the Villisca Cemetery where everybody is buried. Let's see what else.
Get it. Okay.
Kelly signed a confession for saying God his way. Oh, okay. So it shows a grand jury inducted Kelly for Lena's murder, and he was interrogated throughout the summer of 1917 while in jail awaiting trial. Okay, this is creepy. On August 31st at 7 a.m., Kelly signed a confession to the murder, saying God whispered to him to suffer the children to come unto me. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Of course, he was being investigated for hours and hours. So later on, he recanted. Oh no, that wasn't me. I just told them what I thought they wanted to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Cemetery's creepy as shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I suppose it would be. Even though every cemetery is creepy, that one would probably be, yeah, a little up there. There was also somebody else who was gone ahead and um suspected, and it was Henry Moore. Now he's not related to the
right,
Moores at all.
right.
But he committed like several months. Was it several months?
I think so.
Yeah, he killed his mother and his grandmother in the same way. And before and after the Villisca murders, very similar axe murders of his mother and grandmother were committed. All of the cases showed striking similarities, leading to strong suspicion that some or all of they were all committed by the same man. And just like Blackie Mansfield, the axe murderer Henry Moore can also be considered a suspect in these slayings. So now, you got these two, they're both really super similar. There's nothing that says that these two weren't working together.
Right.
And
I think that's where it goes to, like Jenny had said earlier, with the Monroe House. Wait, did she say Monroe House?
No, it was somebody.
It was Villisca Nightmare.
Gonna go all the way back up top, Nick.
I just did.
It was the.
Might have went too fast.
Oh
yeah, Melbourne Manor. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That not the Monroe House. But yeah, Melbourne Manor, they say is all connected big time to both, because it's like an hour maybe away, maybe 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, but so for some of the paranormal activity that's there, a lot of people have heard banging, whispers, and apparently too, the Reverend, we didn't mention this, the Reverend hid out in the attic and waited for all of them to go to sleep.
Which is kind of hard. How would he do that if he was at,
Right.
Yeah, how could he get up there unless, okay, it's all done. Bye, see you later. He jets.
And he took off real quick. Yeah.
Runs upstairs and kind of waits. Yeah, that's what the duck. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I believe.
Just creepy. Yeah, there's I don't know. This is one weird story. But anyways, they were talking about like some of the paranormal activity people have captured. There's been shadow figures, people whispering people's names. When
Jenny
Greg,
yeah.
when Greg, Kathy, and Mike went when they were on their other paranormal team,
Mhm.
not much did happen. I mean, stuff happened like noises and stuff like that. But I guess it was around like 2 or 3 in the morning. They heard the biggest bang, and they all woke up, not knowing what the hell it was. Um, and they were all sleeping downstairs on the floor. And after this happened, they felt that like they couldn't go back to sleep. They were just terrified to go back to sleep.
Jenny, yes. Send that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jenny says that if I had one.
Yes,
Oh, darn
I
it.
had
I was all excited. So, Jenny, when you got that scream, were you inside the house or were you outside? My friend has it.
My friend has
It's your friend. No, sorry. It's an emergency. It's a paranormal emergency.
Could be.
Yeah, well, for us, it was like, oh man. But I still want to go. I so want to go. We were outside the house waiting for Johnny to come back to the message them. Thanks, Courtney. Oh, yeah.
And there was no kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah, because from what I was saying, they were like 42 years old. Ancient times back then.
That's what I mean. Whoever it was, like Carly was saying earlier, this was planned.
Yeah.
It was definitely planned and all that.
Yeah. I'm going to check one thing here.
Let's see if there's anything else I can.
And if anybody's interested, you can stay overnight in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But you and it's year round. I would be going for the summertime. I wouldn't necessarily want to be there in the winter.
Nope.
I slipped in the damn car. Jenny, you're hilarious.
That'd be we'll sleep in the car.
Yeah.
I actually just found this picture. Excuse me. I found this picture. This is of the funeral procession. I can't even talk now. Procession. Where is it? There it is. So as you can see, they had the horse, the buggy, people all around. And it looks like more back here, too. That's crazy stuff.
I did send you the picture of the.
Oh, yes. Let me. Where is it? There it is.
We had Murders of the West.
This was what you just had sent.
Yeah. So it's like during the James Moore, his wife, and 3 of the 4 children who were murdered in bed in Villisca, Iowa.
This one, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
And then that other one that I sent you was about that other guy. But dude.
Henry Lee Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of odd. Yeah, needless to say. Let me see.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they have pictures of how the mirrors were covered.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny has to say that it was the worst thing that happened to the house since the murders. The house was shaking. What? The house. Okay, so this Jenny. Do you see what Jenny's writing?
Yeah, she said there was a. I have her pictures that she sent me. Let me show you.
You need to clear your caches. So Courtney, unfortunately, I'm an old person and I don't know how to do that. So probably after this, Nick will kind of walk me through how to clear my caches.
So they had, I guess they had a bad hailstorm.
Mhm.
That's what Jenny said. This is the pictures that she had sent.
Okay. Oh, okay, Courtney, thanks. Oh, I got all scared. Did you see that? Who needs Oh, wow.
That's a lot of hail.
That's
This
a
is the
hail, a
house.
lot of hail.
That's
Okay,
the
bad.
house.
That was bad. I shouldn't speak.
I see what you did.
Oh man.
And
that's
then
from
it
the
even
windows
broke
were
glass
flying.
too.
Holy crap.
And I'm
Yeesh.
guessing here's one of the beds. Can you imagine though, walking right upstairs, there's the bed.
And seeing what was there.
Oh my God. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm.
Oh man. They had softball size hail. Holy
Yeah.
crap. I'd have been probably, getting in the car and driving. I want to get away. But you can't really because you don't want to be in your car when there's a hailstorm because then you could die.
Yeah.
And yeah. And
Well,
they couldn't
that's why
blame
Jenny
that.
said she slept in the car. So
Yeah. Holy smokes. Yeah. Haunting Villisca. Yeah, there's a lot of so I think this is what the house actually looks like. Oh no. Yeah, I can send this. So I'm gonna send you this picture, Nick.
okay.
Maybe.
Make sure you clear your cache.
I can't. I can't because I don't know. I gotta get cash wherever I can find it.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's just wrong on countless levels right there. Where's my thing? Here it is. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, here this is. This is a couple of pictures. Because I just kind of pulled these off of Google, so I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Image. Okay. Nick, here it comes. Yay! Yeah, it should be there in a minute. And so
There we go.
yeah.
All right. I will show everybody what this place looks like.
Okay.
And it's even got a creepy sign up front too.
Yeah, creepy signs. Creepy signs always sell it. I almost sent you a picture of my dogs. They're not haunted, but they're just cute. So they're not helping me with the show tonight, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, that's Villisca.
Right there. I don't know.
I'd love to take a picture of that sign like in front of it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like such a cute little town to live in too, It's just nice.
It's really weird though. If you look up towards where the chimney is, don't those windows up there kind of look like the Amityville Horror?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those little like hat quarter circle ones.
Yep.
Expect to see a whole bunch of flies there. I don't know if anybody gets that joke because that's part of that movie, Amityville Horror. Might be showing my age again, but hey, it's okay.
Nah, you're good.
Okay. Hey, I'm pretty proud of being 56 because I shouldn't have made it that long. So here you
Mama,
go.
you don't look a day over 40. What are you talking about?
That's the exact house I thought when I seen it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bugsy, I deserve it. I'm just kidding you, Courtney.
Oh, Jenny said going up the stairs, I guess that was the parents' bed.
That was the parents' bed?
Yeah.
Man. And you're looking at this house. This house is not big.
No, it's very tiny. That's what I mean. How did nobody hear?
And how did nobody run away?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you could have got a
You could have gotten
back then.
These houses, the doors and they have windows. You know, unless there was somebody standing there at the front. While
Two
somebody
people, like people were
Yeah.
saying, it was probably planned.
Oh yeah, it was
So this is how we're
definitely.
gonna do it. This is how blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, they could have been poisoned.
Yeah. How could you, go and cover all the mirrors and, yeah.
Unless he did that after all the murders.
Mm,
And the thing is, too, how long did it all take? How many hours? It wasn't done
Yeah.
in just 20 minutes. There's no way.
Yeah. And I mean, you had enough time to get a meal, set
Yeah.
yourself up with a plate of nummies.
A
You
plate
know.
of bacon. Oh, he wants your
4
bacon.
pounds of bacon. Unlike 4 pounds of bacon after you've seen the inside of somebody's skull. No, thank you.
Oh,
No.
mm-mm.
The faces were covered after they were deceased, yes.
Yes.
So that means they were looking. And a lot of times, like when that happens, they can't handle looking at their faces.
Yeah.
Like people have been killed in other ways too, and they still cover the faces because the faces see them.
Ooh, Jenny, that was a good photo. Okay, Jenny just sent me this. This is the attic, apparently where he hid out in. Just looking at this attic scares the shit out of me.
Come to mama, she'll help you.
Like the bat at Ashmore Estate.
Ooh, let me get my screen big. Oh, that just feels bad.
That's the attic. This is one of the kids' beds.
Is that blood stain right up in there, or is that probably
I
water
have
stain?
no clue. I don't even know if that's refurbished or.
Oof.
This is the
That's
kitchen.
the kitchen. Yeah. I don't think they had coolers back then.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah,
this is one of the other kids' bedrooms. But look, he's right next to the window too. Like.
Yeah. I wonder if those shades were there. I don't think so. I don't know. Did they have shades like that back in 1912? I don't know.
Jenny, do you know? Can you actually sleep in these beds when you stay the night there, or do you have to? Oh, Jenny says there's no original things in that house.
Ah, okay. That would make sense.
It says they ask not to sleep in the beds. Okay, but I'm sure you could sleep in the rooms though, right? Just
yeah,
like with like sleeping bags or whatever or anything like that.
So the beds aren't the same beds then, huh?
I'm guessing they're probably
Well, they would have to go into evidence, I guess, right?
Yeah, you can sleep in the rooms.
Okay. Wow.
I'm guessing too. Yeah, like Jenny said, they're all evidence.
Right.
They're probably replicas though, like very close replicas to the original beds.
It is a very small house, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, looks like that's our next Shadow Hunters road trip.
Yeah, right? Here we are, gang.
I think it's like 8 hours, which isn't
we
horrible. No. Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. 8 hours. I mean, probably quicker to fly to Iowa, but want to bring me a trigger item? Haha.
Yeah, no. I would never take anything out of a haunted location because that shit follows you home. No, thank you.
No. Oh, she wants us to bring her as a trigger object.
Okay, well, heck yeah, you want to come. More the merrier. There you go. Just, prayers before and after and all the protection you can get.
Yep.
It's a $200 deposit.
That's not bad. That's not horrible.
I think what I looked at, it didn't really look like they could, for like an overnight, it was like $400 and something for up to 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
No.
If there is a hailstorm, I'm leaving.
Yeah, me too.
Nothing.
Try to go ahead and cover your car in cardboard or something. Johnny is an amazing tour guide. That's just, I mean, I'm sure you can feel,
Mhm.
the sensations just from the pictures. I could have only at 428. Thank
That
you for
is cheap.
that is very
Mhm.
um
Yep, we'll see you on Friday, Jenny.
absolutely look
Mhm.
forward to it, hon. And I just the feelings that you're gonna get when you just walk into
Yeah.
that room. And I kind of wish the glass was still there because I have never, there's only one time that I actually touched the glass, and that's when you told me, touch the glass, Diane. And I touched it, and you could feel just the
Yeah.
vibrations in it. Just the vibrations that would have been in there would have been nuts.
Fairfield is $300 on weekday.
The places that are cheaper.
Uh,
Yeah, but if you get enough people, then we can make it kind of nice.
yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
Holy cow. I can't believe that it's already almost time.
I know that was quick.
Just
That
so
flew
much.
by. So
It would
thank
be
you
fun.
guys.
It would be fun
For
if we could go ahead and
Yeah.
like one time do a live event. I would love to go there.
at the haunted location for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could think of something like that.
Oh heck yeah.
I mean, there is episode 7, which would be Bachelor's Grove Cemetery that we're talking about.
Mm.
It could be an idea. Return the Ashmore. Yeah, we could, except just get rid of those bats. I'm good.
We'll get you a beekeeper's costume so that way you won't get help me.
I still remember that. Sure, come to Mama. Mama will protect you, and then we're both gonna get attacked by this bat.
Oh my goodness.
But thank you guys so much for joining us for tonight.
It's been great.
Haunted locations. Like this was a fun one. This was definitely a fun episode. When we go, we will send you guys pictures. You can look at our pictures on our website and everything like that. I'm sorry, not our website. On Facebook. That is the other thing I was going to mention real quick, guys. After Spirits in the Spring, we are shutting down our website. It's too much to handle. They're way too expensive now. But you can still find us on all social media and everything like that. So Facebook, YouTube, on WLTK-DB, The Talk. And then don't forget, guys, we do have Spirits in the Spring this weekend, this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of surprises for everybody.
Vendors and talk and
vendors, people selling crystals, mind readers, tarot card readers.
We got people who are giving presentations.
We're going to have Patty Negri from Ghost Adventures will be there.
Oh, she's amazing. She is amazing.
I love Patty. We're going to have Natalie Jones from Paraflix. She'll be there. And then we're also going to have the guys from 28 Days Haunted from Netflix. That will be there as well.
I saw, I sat and did that whole, just watching show after show after show. It's like,
did you watch it?
That season was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Who is the demonologist? I mean, we met him.
We met him too at Janesville.
Yeah, that's where we first met him.
Oh God, I'm gonna forget his name now. Oh, Jeremy Leonard. I think it's Jeremy Leonard.
It's Jeremy. Yep. Yeah, yep. He had a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was.
That's what can happen on a paranormal investigation. So.
Oh yeah. And who's the one that should know that? The girl who totally lost her brains in a basement.
Right. But all right, guys. What were you going to say?
I said that the worst part about that was feeling so sad that because that wasn't me. That totally was not me. I even looked different. That's weird.
Well, yeah, your face, it'll shift.
It did indeed.
So
everybody, it was so nice to see you tonight.
Yeah, we had a lot of people come out tonight. Tonight was great. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys check us out, Spirits in the Spring, this Saturday. If not, we will see you guys next Wednesday. We will be talking about old. No, wait. I'm gonna get this. Oh, Ohio State Reformatory is another haunted location we'll be talking about next Wednesday. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you guys later. Bye.
Good night. Have a great.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.